Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my updated hair growth journey video. You guys have been requesting this a lot lately, both here on YouTube and on Instagram, so I thought I would just remake the video. I will have the original one linked up in the cards for you guys. Not much has changed in terms of my tips and everything, so I'm not going to get too into that. Definitely check out that video though if you want to see like my list of tips on how I grew out my hair and how I grew it out to be really healthy and strong. But in this video I'm just going to go through kind of my journey up until this point and what I'm doing now with my hair and my plans for the next year of growth or so. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up at the end. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Okay, so to start off my hair journey, I think I started growing out my hair when I was like 14, and I used to have hair about this long and it was super damaged because when I was in grade 8, so like 13 years old, I was washing my hair every single day with a silicone and sulfate shampoo. I think I was using Aussie or Herbal Essences at the time. Those are the ones I swore by. I think I would like wash my hair at night and then I would take whatever mousse I was using at the time and like scrunch my hair a lot, and I would clip it up on the top of my head and then I would go to bed with it like that. And in the morning I would let it down, spray it with a bunch of hairspray, and then curl any pieces that didn't curl as nicely as I'd like it to. And then I would also straighten my bangs. At the time, I also had really choppy layers that I had done, and the girl that cut my hair used thinning shears on my hair, which is totally fine if that's the kind of look you're going for, but in my hair type, it really exacerbated my split ends and it made it really hard to grow out my hair evenly. So I always had like random like breakage around here until all those layers grew out. And then when I wasn't washing my hair every day, I would use heat on it a lot in between, so I would either curl it or straighten it or diffuse it or whatever it was that I was into at the time. Come 9th grade, so around 14 years old, I decided that I wanted to start growing my hair out, and the first thing I started doing was I cut out heat, and that's probably one of my biggest tips ever, is to stop using heat on your hair, or to at least limit the amount of times. Like if you're only using it once a week, once every couple of weeks, it's not as bad, but if you're someone who likes to use heat on their hair every day, really try to find an alternative way to style your hair, or find a way to make that style last more than, you know, one day. So for me, what really saved me was when I learned how to French braid my own hair. It took me like an entire summer. I would wear a French braid pretty much every day, or just like a basic braid. I really think that that helped because I wasn't using heat on my hair and it was out of my way, and I kind of got to let it heal. Braids are also a really great protective style, so in the winter time here, it really helped to keep my hair safe from any harsh winds, harsh cold. And I also would always braid my hair at nighttime, so my hair was pretty much in a braid for most of grade 9 or in some other form of heatless hairstyle. Come grade 10, my hair was maybe just about here, like just past my boobs, so I started straightening my hair like once a week, or I would curl it. I'd kind of give myself like a once a week or once a month kind of thing to heat style my hair and have some fun. At this point though, I was still using silicones and sulfates, and I was still washing my hair more often. In grade 11, I started really getting into hair care, and that's when I started watching YouTube videos on hair care, and I was really trying to get serious about growing out my hair. At this point, I was also trying to get rid of my layers, so I was getting my hair trimmed maybe every like 3 to 4 months or so, because I did have a lot of damage to get rid of. So I cut it like every 3 to 4 months and maybe cut off like half an inch to an inch, just so that way I wasn't losing a lot of length, but my ends were constantly being like freshened up, and I was preventing as much breakage as possible. But I was still getting my hair cut in a V, so I wasn't getting like stark layers anymore, but I was getting my hair cut into a V shape, which I no longer have. So in grade 11, I think it was like November of that year, I found this girl on YouTube. I honestly have no idea who it was or which video it was, but she said that she does like a 30-day braid challenge on herself every once in a while to kind of help revive her hair a little bit. And she said that she would just wear her hair in a basic braid down her back like every single day, like no heat styling. It would keep her hair protected from the elements, and it just kept her hair out of her face, so she kind of didn't notice how much it was growing and stuff like that. So I tried it, and then every single day before I would braid my hair, I'd put just the tiniest amount of olive oil in my ends to keep it like moisturized and frizz-free, and I wore my hair in a braid for a month. Obviously I would like take it out every night and brush it and re-braid it and stuff. Every single day it was in a braid, and honestly you guys, that made such a huge difference in my hair. The quality of my hair had improved so much. I honestly think I saved myself so much breakage, and my hair just looked so much shinier, so much healthier. It felt a lot thicker. Again, probably because I wasn't losing so much hair due to breakage. And that's when I really started to take like hair care seriously. That's when I started doing oil treatments. I first discovered coconut oil around this time, and I would just do coconut oil masks once a week, and that's really the only kind of hair mask I was doing. I was also using masks in the shower, but they were really loaded with silicones and not the best ingredients. So while I was making steps forward and trying, I was still kind of off track to where I am now. If you guys want to know why I don't like silicones and sulfates so much, just check out the original video on how I grew my hair out naturally. I go into much more detail in that video, so again, it's up in the cards if you want to see it. So I started doing weekly masks. I continued this into the 12th grade, and by 12th grade I kind of knew how bad sulfates were, so I was off sulfate free shampoo, but the shampoos and stuff I was using still used different surfactants in their products to like mimic sulfate. So while I was sulfate free and like on a better track, I was still using ingredients that I no longer use anymore. By grade 12, my hair was almost to my belly button. It was a little bit longer, but I think in grade 11 I went through a really stressful time. Like grade 11 just was not a good year for me, and if you guys weren't aware, stress and high levels of stress really impact your hair growth. So it can either cause hair loss or it can kind of stunt growth for a little bit. So during my grade 11 year, I really didn't notice that much growth. I don't know if it's because I wasn't really paying attention to it, or if it was because of stress that I wasn't seeing it as much, but that's something you should keep in mind. If you have trouble managing your stress, really try to find an outlet for that, because it will affect not only your hair growth but the rest of your health, your body, your skin, etc, etc. After I graduated high school, I took a year off to work and just to figure out what I wanted to do in university. At this time, I think I was still using the same products. I was also dyeing my hair at this time, not very often. I think I in total dyed my hair like 3 times, and I would only dye it to have my ends match my roots, because my ends get really light in the summer and they get very like red tones. So I really hated that when I was younger, and I would just dye it to match my roots. But all the dye has been removed now at this point, but that really made my hair feel super dry and gross. Like I definitely wouldn't recommend doing it. But now if I was gonna try to dye my hair, I'd probably use henna, but I honestly have no desire at this point. I kind of like my natural hair color now. So it's probably the most damaging thing I was doing. I wasn't using heat at this time. By the end of this year, I decided that I no longer wanted my V cut, and I wanted to start growing my hair out straight across. So I think it was June or July of that year that I got my last trim in a V, and after that I decided that I just wanted it to be straight across. That September I started my first year in university, and I met my friend Nancy, and I'm gonna have Nancy's Instagram linked down below. She's an angel. She's great with skincare and makeup, and she's actually the one who convinced me to start my hair Instagram. And of course, without that account, I wouldn't have this channel either, so it honestly worked out for the best. But that's when I really started getting involved in hair care and DIY masks especially. That's also when I started doing a lot more research on products and ingredients, because so many of you guys would reach out to me and ask me about certain ingredients. That's when I learned about silicones and how bad they are for you. So I stopped using silicones, and I think that's really when my hair started to change. By this point, I had also dyed my hair for the last time, I think right at the beginning of that school year. So I was no heat, no silicone, no sulfate, and I was starting to use more natural brands like the Innate Life. I also discovered Calia around this time, and I started really switching over my products. Switching over to clean brands, natural brands really made a big difference. I will have a few of my favorite ones linked down below for you guys, but if you've been here for a while, you already know what they are. So that was about almost 3 years ago now. If you guys want to see more of what my hair looks like right now, I have my Instagram account linked down below, and maybe I'll include some pictures up here as well. But it's about, the last time I measured it was in May, so right before our summer growth challenge started, and it was, I think, around 34 inches. So it's definitely grown since then, so I'm sure it's around 36, hopefully 35, 36 inches by now throughout the growth challenge. So now with my hair care, I really do stick to the silicone and sulfate free products. Like I said, I've noticed the biggest difference through that. I still love doing DIYs. I do them more often than I do like store-bought masks. The store-bought masks I use are a lot different. They are much more clean in ingredients, and again, silicone free. Now that I've kind of gotten comfortable with my hair type and my hair needs, it's easier for me to buy masks that are going to actually work for my hair. And finding products that work for my hair type have just made a really big difference. Also, if you're new here, you wouldn't know, but I've also started following the capillary schedule. I have an entire video on it, which I'll have in the cards for you, but basically what it is a routine to follow in order to get the 3 main components of healthy hair. So protein, moisture, and nutrition. This is a very popular method in Brazil and in Italy, and I'm sure in other places in the world too. I've been following it now for about a month, maybe almost a month, and I've been really enjoying my results. I very rarely use heat on my hair, like I almost never do. If I do want to have like a fancier style, I usually have my hair in a braid at night and when I'm at work and stuff, so I kind of enjoy my braid waves. I'm also taking liquid biotin now. I take the one from SBR Nutrition. I've done a review on it on my channel before, but I'm still taking it and I'm still really enjoying my results. For the future, my new goal length is mid-thigh or knee. I know that sounds so extra and long, but I love long hair, so I'm gonna try to grow my hair at least to mid-thigh length or almost knee length, because once it gets there I do want to donate it. I'll probably cut off about 10 inches and donate it, and then it'll still be around mid-thigh to like classic length, which is perfect for me. But I'm having a lot of fun with the growing out process right now, and I don't know, it's kind of like my hobby, and that's the thing with hair growth. Like, I know it can be so hard to be patient, but try to have fun with the process. Try to have fun trying new products and trying new DIYs and, you know, finding what works for your hair. I'll have a picture of like what my hair goal is here on the screen for you, and I'm going to link the girl's Instagram down below that I got it from. In order to achieve my goal length, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing because I'm finding that it works. So no silicones and sulfates, no heat, obviously no chemical processing. I'm going to continue washing my hair like only a couple times a week. I'm going to continue doing growth challenges because you guys love them as well, and I have so much fun doing them with you. I'm going to continue taking my liquid biotin and doing the inversion method, and I'm also going to continue following the capillary schedule because I find that it's been really working for my hair. That is it for this video. I hope this video was helpful. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you want to see next week. I will see you in the next video. Bye.